Good morning, everyone, and happy St. Patrick's Day. Doesn't feel much like a holiday without, gathering for debaucherous fun. But I hope everyone's out there is celebrating in some way or another. Hi, Marion. Nice to see you this morning. So I just wanted to check in with everyone. I know 2 lives in 1 week. Holy cow. But I had a few thoughts this morning as I was getting ready, as we do. And I was thinking about ways to kind of make yourself feel better in the moment. I know we're all dealing with different levels of uncertainty. So those of you who work for companies may be worried about getting laid off. Those of us who have children are worried about them getting sick, or God, how long do I have to take care of them? And then those of us who are business owners, this is a really scary time. And so there are a few things that I've been doing to make myself feel better. And so I just wanted to share that with everyone. So again, good morning to everyone who just popped on. Some of my favorite people are here. Good morning. And so I just wanted to share my 3 tips right now for maintaining your sanity and trying to stay hopeful, optimistic, positive, and all the good things in between. So first and foremost is reduce your news intake. It's super difficult because we want to stay up to date on all of the things that are going on, but for the love of God, stop. So my recommendation is first and foremost is to unfollow news organizations on social media. You're going to get a lot of sensationalized stories. They're trying to stay in the news cycle and stay relevant. So they're going to be posting whatever they can. Some of it is hopeful and positive, and that's great. But about 80% of it isn't. 80% of it is going to trigger you in some way, put you down a rabbit hole. So just shut it off. And the reason I say unsubscribe from them on social media is you still need to stay engaged with the people in your life. So if you're subscribing on social media, it's going to be in your feed and it's going to be impossible not to see it. So go unfollow. And if there are ones that you typically like to follow during a normal time, make a note on your phone or something and go back and follow them later. As an alternative, go to your favorite news organization's website, sign up for their newsletter. Every newsletter has the option to dictate how often you hear from them. So if you just want critical, urgent updates, you can sign up for those. If you just want a recap of the top stories of the day, you can sign up for that. My favorite news source is actually The Skimm. If you've never heard of it, it's The Skimm. It's SKIMM. And they send you a daily brief every morning. And if there's a story that you want to deep dive on, they have links and whatever for you to find out more, learn more, what have you. And I've been following The Skimm for, I think, like 7 years now. I read it every morning while I'm getting settled in my office and getting everything set up. And so I highly, highly, highly recommend it if you want something that is just the facts, highly digestible, and then you just kind of move on with your day afterwards and you can let it go. So that's tip number 1, reduce your news intake. Like stop watching the maps, stop watching the counts, listen to your local and government officials, sign up for their newsletters. I mean, their newsletter count's actually probably low, so do them a solid and follow that. The second one is to get outside. This is really hard for us to remember that quarantine doesn't mean full lockdown until we are told to be on full lockdown. So get out and go for walks, have lunch on your patio, open up the windows. I mean, springtime is coming in and it's coming in fast. So soak up some of that vitamin D because it is science. Vitamin D actually helps with your mood. So get as much vitamin D as possible. If you're heading out with your family, maybe you're going to go to your local park, take some cleaner with you and do everybody in the society a nice little good and clean off the playground equipment. It's not that hard. We just did it the other day. We took some method cleaner out there with some towels and we just sprayed it down and rubbed it down. Not because we're so worried about our kids, but just it's better for everyone involved if you just do just one little thing just to keep everything sanitary and keep everything clean. So get out and take walks, go on bike rides, practice social distancing. My friend went to a workout in the park with some of her friends, but they made sure that they stayed a social distance apart. I think it was like 6 feet. And so you still get to be out and be social, but you're not really touching people. You're not getting grimy and you're breathing fresh air, which is so good for your mood and your body and your morale. So get outside. And the final, I almost lost count there. Did you see that? the final one, tip number 3, is to get creative. I'm not going to lie. I'm hitting an interesting place in my business. And I'm going to be completely transparent. I lost a client yesterday. My hours are low because everybody's scared. And so rather than fall into the scarcity mindset, which is so easy to do, I'm maintaining my contracts with my clients and my vendors, and also trying to get creative about how I service people. So you guys, a lot of you were on the Instagram Live yesterday. I'm going to be doing many more of them. I'm collaborating with my great friend, Nicole Lance, over at Nicole Lance Strategies. Give her a follow on Instagram. And we're going to be combining our 2 different techniques to approaching work to provide some well-rounded content for everyone. And then I kind of dug into my bag of tricks, and hi, Nicole. That's Nicole, everyone. Go follow her. And so what I did is I dug into that list of, hey, I had this brain blast, Jimmy Neutron reference for anybody. I had this brain blast one day, and I wrote it down in my journal real fast because I thought it was genius, and this is what it was. And then it never came to fruition. So what I did is I dug back into that, and I was like, what can I execute on? What still fires me up? What is valuable for people right now, especially as you're sitting at home trying to figure out how to work from home, if you're working remotely with your team for the first time, if now, we all joke about, hey, that meeting could have been an email and now suddenly our inbox is flooded with emails. So like how to manage all of that. So all that content's coming out. If there is anything that you are struggling with now, please feel free to send me a DM, and I'm happy to reach out to my network of experts and really put together some stuff, way into collaborating right now, as a free resource to help you out. So that's what I'm aiming for. So get creative. So my husband and I also looked around the house and we're like, all right, well, we're both home. What projects need to get done? And he is currently out in the garage, completely cleaning out the garage. We'll see how that goes. See if it actually gets done. But I've also picked up some cross stitching that I haven't touched in a really long time. And we put together craft kits for our kids so that if my little one digs into the box, I'm not worried about what they're grabbing. And he's way into it because he can touch anything in the box. And we set out some paper that we happen to have. Great tip is if you have extra rolls of wrapping paper, that is great paper for kids to do crafts on. Just a heads up. So just kind of get creative. What is a blog post you've always wanted to write? What is a newsletter you've always wanted to write? What's a book you've wanted to read? If you've ever wanted to start a podcast, now's the time to do it. Start a YouTube series, whatever you need to do. So get creative, dig deep, and reach out to people around you and find out what they're working on and see if there's a way that you can collaborate virtually. There's a lot that we can do with technology today. And so just a tip for you, there's a great software. No, I'm not an affiliate. There's no way I can profit off this. But there's a great tool called Loom, and it's Loom. And what they allow you to do is video capture whatever you're doing on your screen, very similarly to if you were in a WebEx and doing a video share. But with theirs, you can record your voiceover and do a video of you talking down in the corner. Now, this is different if you were to do a WebEx and do film you talking, because you only get the slide presentation, you don't get the video too. So Loom will actually pop your face down in the corner. So it's almost like you're doing some instruction, and you can record that. So if you're collaborating with people, if you're making content to send out, you can actually do all that recording right now, put it in your back pocket, or send it out to your audience, send it out to your coworkers, send it out to your friends, family, whoever you need to. And Loom is severely discounted right now. If you are a teacher or a student, it is free. They've extended their free trial. I'm trying to think, it used to be 14 days. Now it's 30 days. So as we're in this time of uncertainty and you've got a lot of free time on your hands, this is the time to do it. And of course, if you are working on projects for your business and you're like, I want to explore how to do this project, how to approach it. I don't know if I can afford help, but maybe I can because they'll do it faster. Send me a DM. I'm happy to help you out. All right. So don't forget, we're all in this together. Who wants to sing? Yeah, we're all in this together. but separately. And so remember, reduce your news intake, get outside, and get creative. Stay positive, stay optimistic, stay out of touch with other people, and wash your damn hands. I'll talk to you guys all later. Thanks.